Hi there, this is the Shawn1113 Show. I am your host, Shawn1113. Thank you for listening, wherever platform you may be listening to, like Spotify, like Google Podcasts, like Apple Podcasts, like Podbean, and many other platforms that has this content. So thank you for listening to this content. And thank you for listening to the Shawn1113 Show, wherever you may be, anywhere in the world, by the way. And want to make a special mention to Puerto Rico that I just saw on the list of countries that are at least listening to the Shawn1113 Podcast Show. Now, with that, we enter the month of June. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of things that are coming up. NBA Finals, I'll talk about that. NHL Stanley Cup, Eastern Western Conference Finals are already underway. I'm going to predict that as in a moment. The French Open tennis, Nadal beating Djokovic again. Of course, Rafael Nadal, bar none, is the greatest clay court tennis player of all time. All time, bar none, in my opinion, especially on clay. The women's French Open tennis. Coco Gauff of the United States is in the semifinal. We'll see how far she goes with that. Also, I got to tell you, this Deshaun Watson mess, and I'll get to that. It's becoming messier than you think. Much messier. Now, with that, let me get to the NBA Finals prediction starting tonight, June 2nd, 2022. Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors. Here's my prediction. If I was a betting man, money would definitely be on Golden State. But in my heart, I do believe the Boston Celtics will win this series if they don't let the perimeter defense go. If they don't play good perimeter defense, Golden State will shoot the lights out of them. But Boston is a much tougher defensive team. Golden State has become a much tougher defensive team, and like previous years. But in my heart, I do believe the Boston Celtics will win the NBA title. Don't believe me? It's going to happen. If it does, hey, I mean, no skin off my back. I will congratulate Golden State to win the title, but I'm picking Boston here to win it for the NBA Finals. NHL Stanley Cup Western and Eastern Conference Finals are underway. In the East, Tampa Bay and the Rangers won last night, game one. But I am picking Tampa Bay to win the entire series eventually. With that, but although it wouldn't be New York, the Rangers are a much tougher foe than Florida was, and for Tampa Bay, it's a much tougher out. I'm picking Tampa Bay. Would not be shocking the Rangers go to the Stanley Cup Finals either. Also, the Western Conference, Edmonton and Colorado. I'm picking Colorado to win that one. But they got to play better defense, or one of those games, Edmonton is just going to shoot the lights out of Colorado. But I'm picking Colorado to win the West, in my opinion. Now, the Deshaun Watson mess. Boy, does it get messier and messier and messier. I don't know what the Cleveland Browns were thinking when they signed Deshaun Watson to that record contract that he's now guaranteed. But at the same time, now you got 24 women now that has filed civil lawsuits. Forget about the criminal one, because all that's been dropped not too long ago. But Deshaun Watson, I think he's even in a worse mess in the civil lawsuits than he is even with the criminal lawsuits. We don't know how many more are going to be. I wonder why the NFL didn't suspend, because they didn't know. I can now begin to understand why the NFL didn't suspend them last year, which they should have. But that's only because they don't. It's still developing to even more. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than 24. And right now, it looks bad for Deshaun Watson. It's even messier than it was when he was with Houston when it first came out. And if you're Baker Mayfield, you damn sure want to get traded somewhere else. I don't blame Baker Mayfield for acting the way he is. He's like, I want to go somewhere other than Cleveland. And right now, I I don't know. But Cleveland has inherited themselves a total mess. And in my opinion, it's not going to solve itself anytime soon. And also, in my opinion. But I think the Cleveland Browns have inherited a mess that they're not going to get themselves out for quite a while. I really do believe that. And the Houston Texans, well, they breathing a sigh of relief. They don't have the albatross on their back. The proverbial albatross on their back. That's what I think. And that is all for the Shawn1113 Podcast Show. Oh, I almost forgot the Champions League. Congratulations to Real Madrid to beating Liverpool. Isn't it beautiful that Liverpool loses twice in 1 week? Okay. Okay. This is coming from a Man City fan. Okay, Liverpool, you're a great team, but losing twice in 1 week has got to hurt. Let's don't kid ourselves on that. With that, now I said it all. The Shawn1113 Podcast Show. Thank you for listening. And as always, stay encouraged no matter what.